Good evening, the world. Welcome to the Roller Derby World Cup 2025. My name is Mr. Hazard 739, and I'm kindly joined by
Strass de pneu in French.
And I've been having an excellent educational lesson in how to pronounce that. So I'm going to apologise now before I start making a fool of myself. So here we are today. This is game, I believe it's game 33.
33.
Yep, and of the venue that is hosted by we are hosted by the Fearless Bruisers in Innsbruck, Austria. Fantastic. The scenes are amazing. Beautiful country. Recommend you do see this. It's a once in a lifetime kind of deal, really. It's amazing. And this is day 2 of the tournament, which is also round 2 for these two particular teams on track. We have got Jewish roller derby in yellow on the track, and we've got Denmark roller derby in white.
So should we read the rosters?
We should indeed. I'll start with Denmark.
Yeah.
So we do apologise in advance for some pronunciation. It's a cultural thing. But we have tried our best to try and educate ourselves on that. So for Denmark, we've got 0-3, Luna Faxo. 0-4, Collider. 1-1-1, Roll Pousson. I've tried really hard for that one. 1-1-3, Noth. 1-4, Nova. 1-7, Bully. 2, Licks. 2-3-6, Poison Candy. 2-5, Cold Crush. 2-8, Bloody. 3-1-1, Dynamite or Dynamite. I think we can see the play on that name. 4-1-4-5, Lady Macbeth. That's a great name. 4-2, Mother Mary. 5-6, Reggae. And then finally 7-9, Moxie.
Yeah, and for Jewish roller derby, we have 1-0-0, Original Scene. 1-4, Sonnet. 1-8-5, Greets. I'll do quick. 2-2, Smasha Griton. 3-0-3, Doctor of Destruction. 3-2-2, Kosher Assault. 5-5-5-5, Days. 6-1-8, Shermensch. 6-2-6, Lilov Stitch. 6-4, I'm just checking how to pronounce it, Winning Rome. And it started already. I'll finish later.
You can carry on.
Okay.
Fine, yeah.
7-5-7, Morgan Levy. 7-6, Maggot. 8-6, Zoetrope. 9, Nicholas Rage. And 9-9-9-9, Tifa Knoxard.
And speaking of Jewish roller derby, they have gone and taken lead in the first jam of this game. And we also have the Danish jammer in the penalty box. So it is a power jam start. Not exactly the best way to start the game, but you can imagine on a stage as big as this place, the Roller Derby World Cup in Innsbruck, Austria, nerves, get a few jams in, get settled, then hopefully we'll start seeing Denmark catching up and the discipline kicking in and trying to avoid those naughty penalties.
It was stressful, I guess. As Jewish roller derby is already doing their third lap, scoring lap.
They're on their third scoring pass now. So they're not hanging about. We're 1 minute in, or just over 1 minute in, and we're already on a 12-point run. Just claimed now, and confirmed by the refs with the head nod and the hand wave in the side. The bench are loving it. The energy's great.
I love how they are dressed, and they call.
Solid 16-point jam there, excellently executed. That just emphasises, penalties is the thing we all want to avoid. It's something our coaches hammer home to us about, and that's how the games play. Really, it's every team goes out to play perfectly. It's which team makes the most mistakes, which is when they start to lose.
Yeah, because each time you are in the penalty box, you are leaving space for the other jammer to score. Oh, very quick lead by the Jewish roller derby jammer, but quickly followed by the Denmark jammer.
And that is Zoetrope speeding around the track. A nice tactical call off for a 4-point jam.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I think it's good to just reminisce or revisit what happened on day 1 with Jewish roller derby's round 1 game, where they played Belgium. They unfortunately were on the losing end, with Belgium scoring 257 and Jewish roller derby scoring 110.
And Denmark played Black Diaspora yesterday, with Black Diaspora winning by 246 and Denmark, unfortunately, losing with 112 points.
And that's what's great about the advanced Swiss system that they're using here at the World Cup. The two scores from those two games are extremely similar, and so the skill levels for the teams are trying to be matched up to that.
Yeah, looks like it.
And you'll see some really exciting roller derby games, as we just mentioned at the start, with Team Wales and Team Spain. Spain
lead for the Denmark jammer. It's the first lead that Denmark gets. It's Reggae, number 5-6. And we see the jammer from Jewish Roller Derby, number 1-4, Sonnet, getting out. And it's a forearm that is sending the Denmark jammer in the Sisu Masgaard penalty box.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Shout out to our sponsor for the penalty box, Sisu Mouth Guards.
It's the second time we have a jammer for Denmark in the penalty box.
And Sisu Mouth Guards allow us to smash hard, skate harder. Sisu Mouth Guards has your back and your teeth. Sisu is the official mouth guard of the Roller Derby World Cup.
Yes.
What I'm really enjoying at the moment about Jewish Roller Derby's approach to this game is there doesn't seem to be much in terms of hesitation to take opportunities when they arise. Again, Denmark Roller Derby I think they're still trying to find their feet, getting those initial game nerves out the way.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see that they're a kind of second half team and get back into this game.
Yeah, probably. And I think that having the jammer in the penalty box is also hard on the stamina, or on something you're feeling a little down, I guess.
Yeah, starting the first jam in not a very strong position with a 20-point loss in that first jam, that will affect confidence. But it's also incredibly humid here on track 3 and 4.
Yes.
We did have aircon here, probably not working quite as well, but at least we're not on track 5.
Yes. I'll be there later in the day, and I'm afraid of it.
So Jewish Roller Derby taking that jam 8 points to 4. But it's nice to see Denmark Roller Derby on the board. That should bring some confidence back to the team and show, look, we're starting to settle in. We're starting to do our thing.
Yeah.
And doing the thing's really important.
Yes. But it's really nice to see how Jewish Roller Derby team is really in sync when you know that they only played together for the first time at the beginning of the year in March.
Yeah, well, have we got any information on that?
Yes.
It's Jewish Roller Derby's first World Cup. Kind of a culturally based team, so it's fantastic that we're bringing all sorts of different cultures and recognising that, because that also makes up the world itself, not just countries.
Yeah, they want to show the resilience of diasporic people, communities around everywhere in the world.
Brilliant. So a nice casual approach, or not casual, cautious approach. Jammers lining up on the jam line at the moment. There is one of the Jewish Roller Derby blockers in the box, so Denmark have got a little bit of an advantage here. They should use that to try and create gaps in those Jewish Roller Derby walls, break through and get lead, and start putting some pressure on that scoreboard.
And Jewish Roller Derby played their first exhibition bout at World Cup 2018, so the last World Cup.
So Denmark Roller Derby have got their first lead of the game. Again, each step is another step in confidence, and we're starting to see that those nerves on track are disappearing. Some good coverage on the inside apex there.
Yeah, they are getting in the game.
And their discipline's starting to settle in, because we have an empty empty Sisu Mouth Guards penalty box.
Nice to see.
So on the WFTDI jam line, we have, it's hard to see the shirts because they're creased up at the moment.
Cold Crush against number 9, Nicolas Rage. I like this name.
Nicolas Rage.
And Nicolas Rage is really rageful, getting the lead quite easily.
It's applied intensity. I once got told off for be a bit more aggressive on track when I was coaching the team. But remember, that was back in my Wiltshire days. That was when I was working with Wiltshire Roller Derby. Thank you, Wiltshire.
And Denmark is getting in front of the pack.
And at the moment, it's an even lead jam ratio. So each team has had 3 leads out of this currently 6 jam period.
That's announcing a great game. Something quite close.
There's the jam call. Have we got an 8 points? Yep, that's 8 points to Jewish roller derby, 0 to Denmark roller derby.
Yeah, they called before they could reach the scoring pass.
Only a 26-point differential at the moment, which doesn't really mean much in roller
No.
derby at this point in the game.
No, we saw 26 points jam yesterday. What was the biggest score yesterday? It was 31 on a single jam.
Ooh, there is a stat sheet we've got.
Yes.
I don't know if our producer's able to source that information, because that's an interesting stat, that is.
I think the biggest jam.
Yeah.
Yes.
36.
36 to 0. That's a lot.
It's a lot, but it also shows why it's really important that this advanced Swiss system works, to make sure we're showing these teams in the right format. Some teams have a bigger pool of skaters, and that's really important to reflect that.
Yes.
That's why the advanced Swiss system is a really, really great system.
We have the same number of skaters for this game, 15 each.
Of which one of the Denmark roller derby players is in the box at the start of this jam, for which we have lining up. Ooh, it's one of our unique names that we've been trying to educate ourselves on.
Nova. Oh, it's 14 against 14.
Ooh,
Nice one.
bingo.
Yeah. It's Sunet. Where is it? Sorry. Sanet. Sorry. Sanet against Nova.
That's the one really interesting thing about different cultures and different countries, just slightly different pronunciation. So obviously we do apologise in advance for any mispronunciation. We're trying our best, and
Yes.
we don't mean to cause any offence.
And with 48 teams this World Cup, we can't speak all the languages.
But we can certainly
So,
enjoy all their games.
Yes, and we are really enjoying it.
So right now, Jewish roller derby have got themselves another lead, but they've also got a pivot in the box.
Yes, unfortunately.
Quite a significant tactical issue for them going into this next jam. If they don't get lead, they're going to be delayed for that star pass, which means it's going to be easier for Denmark roller derby to apply that pressure and start closing that distance
Yes.
between the scores.
Scores being 42 to 14 for the moment.
So, 28-point difference.
Yes.
Hopefully my maths is
You're
right.
quick.
I've been working on it the last 30 seconds.
But not as quick as the jammer that already got the lead. Days.
Closely followed, though, by Mother Mary.
Even if the two teams are even on the leads they get, Jewish roller derby is doing a lot more with their lead jam, getting more points each time.
I think we had our first 0-0, 0-0 jam there, a tactical call-off, because both jams were close by. And that's what this is going to be at the moment. The bench coaches don't want to be taking risks, get the incremental victories, take advantage of the power jams when they do arise. Because we've seen that the Denmark roller derby not quite as disciplined off the jam line, whereas Jewish roller derby jammers, they're maintaining discipline and not getting penalties, which is obviously keeping the pressure off of their team.
Yes, really nice blocking work by Jewish roller derby, but also Denmark.
Excellent tracking by Denmark.
Yes, they are reforming a lot, making sure they are together.
As we come up to the peak of the apex, that's normally where you lose your jammers. I remember one time, if you get a heat map out at home, if you can still access that kind of data, and play a little game at home every time a jammer gets out, tap on that map, and then you'll see that this is the danger zone. It's the widest part of the track. It's an awkward shape. The blockers get used to the straight of the track, so this is where the jammers potentially get out, just like what Denmark roller derby's jammer has done.
With a star pass.
Ooh.
It was a star pass. I think it's the first one of the game. The third one, how did we miss it?
Second one of the game.
Second one.
I believe. Yeah, I think it was the second one of the game. We have seen the helmet cover come off a few times whilst I keep knocking the mic next to my face. Very expressive with the hands, feeling the energy of this place. There's our house announcers, if you can hear her in the background.
This start It's quite interesting because we have all the players from one team on the pivot line and the others on the jam line.
Well, I've seen this a few times. One thing that's really good for a team to do, especially any budding coaches at home, is if you look at teams at the start, they set up a tripod, it normally gives away what the play is. So having this dynamic start, especially in this environment, helps you hide your tactics and then launch that surprise in the first 5 seconds. Makes it hard to react because you've got to have time to process, is it worth the risk, is it not?
Exactly, and we have the jammer, Denmark jammer leading the Jewish roller derby jammer into the tripod, making sure they are not missing it.
Yeah, that's fair. Jewish roller derby obviously started at a disadvantage with one blocker in the box there, hence why they started from the front. A normal staple tactic, it's solid.
Yes.
Just as we've seen, we've still got the Danish jammer captured as they exit the apex.
Yeah, with 2 blockers for Denmark in the penalty box, which is obviously less.
Nicholas Rage has gone and got themselves lead with that applied intensity.
It's been the 4th time in a row that Jewish roller derby is getting the lead.
Big gap there in the Danish wall, which exploited, but managed to get a nice capture at the end there. And there's some pleasantries shared between Jewish roller derby and the Danish pivot.
Easy to assist your jammer when there is only 2 blockers on the track. Cool. But the penalty box is now empty.
Yep. Thank you, Saisu, for sponsoring our penalty box. So I do believe I mentioned earlier about WFTDI as the jammers line up and the skaters line up. And some people might be wondering, what is WFTDI? Obviously shares the same letters as WFTA or WFTDA. But what WFTDI does is, at the start of the jam, knowing you're covered with WFTDI insurance is really important. WFTDI keeping you on track, so please visit them at www.wftdi.com. Jam after jam, WFTDI Wellness has your back. Follow
very
them on
nice.
Instagram as well.
Sorry, very nice lead for Jewish roller derby. Number 86, Zoe Trop, who got already 4 points and getting more, while Team Denmark Nova still hasn't done her first pass, initial pass. 8 points now for Nova.
It's a nice cautious approach there from Zoe Trop.
Zoe Trop, sorry, I said Nova, but it's Zoe Trop.
So, but taking advantage of the gaps. Ooh, a bit of a pilot there.
Still no initial pass for Nova. With Jewish roller derby recycling very far.
See, it's at this point in the game, as a coach myself, I'd be considering, look, maybe it's worth having a timeout, regroup, because that lead is slipping away from Denmark. No, maybe the vibe is feeling a little bit deflated.
Yeah, with frustration. And when frustration is growing, you don't have the right mind to play correctly and be together.
It's absolutely essential at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's when you are more trying to do, I like to call it superhero actions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when you feel that you are alone on the track, and you are not. It's a team play.
But speaking of superheroes, what's particularly great about this jam?
Zoe Trop has scored 20 points and 23 points, which is the biggest score so far.
And it's quite a big score. You haven't seen too many massive scores. I mean, it is the start of the day, but I mean, watching the Team Spain and Team Spain roller derby and Wales roller derby games, that was very close by close. Okay, so we have currently a team timeout. Just as
they'll listen to you. They're probably also on the live stream.
Got it on their phones as they're sitting on the bench. Guys, let's put it down, put it back together. So yes. Speaking of our team timeouts, our particular team timeout today is sponsored by Crash Course. Crash Course helps build roller derby athletes, increasing strength, endurance and agility, conquering self-doubt, and create the habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. Want to make 2-minute jams feel easy? I think we all would appreciate that, wouldn't we?
I would love to know how to do it.
Well, here's how you could do it. You could visit chrissycrash.com, that's with K's, not C's, to download the free Off Skates Roller Derby training series. Life is a contact sport.
Win. Yeah.
High five each other there. That was beautiful. Poetry
and
in
we are
motion.
back.
So, Denmark Roller Derby returning to track at the moment.
Our producer is telling us that Jewish roller derby had 2 jams so far with a bigger score than Denmark total score, which is 14.
What do you think the Danish coach would have said to the team at this point? What gaps have we seen so far in their style of play?
I think that Denmark is letting Jewish roller derby own the game. They are following their strategy and not owning their own. So probably and regrouping. They should regroup. I think that's what I would have told them.
Yeah.
What would you say them?
Well,
tell them?
You hit the nail on the head there, in my opinion, because we had a blocker at the back of the pack and the blocker at the front of the pack, but the action's in the middle of the pack. Granted, at the front of the pack there was some great offense to keep the pivot out the game, but it's really important to rush up and support your teammates, because then you can get a really beautiful waterfalling in place, which is absolutely soul-destroying for some of the jammers.
Yes.
Denmark Roller Derby really needs to take some of this confidence out of Jewish Roller Derby to just try and dictate the pace a little bit more.
I agree. This jam start looks like they are trying to reconquer.
Yep, they're going for a really defensive start, and then they'll adapt to where the jammer goes, and then whoever isn't engaged will end up on the offense.
Yeah, but unfortunately they didn't reform in the right way. They should have got a head to the tripod.
Yeah, there was that hesitation, sadly,
Yeah.
when one of the blockers came off track. Hesitation, looking around. It's like, if you're not been done for a penalty, you need to get back in there, because your teammates need your help, especially against these really nippy jammers of Jewish Roller Derby.
Number 28, which is the jammer we have right now. It's the first jam they are doing for this match. This game. As a jammer, sorry. And it's a nice thing that they send her as a jammer, since they already scored 3 points.
Nice to see some points on the board and going into Denmark Roller Derby's score. Again, that's where that confidence is coming from. You can do great things. What have you done to do that great thing? And then build upon that. If it's some great offense, keep leaning on that.
Yes.
Speaking of great offense, there was some great offense there by Jewish Roller Derby 618. Pivot, opening up the front.
Yes, and they are getting the pack, as I feel like everyone on Jewish Roller Derby team is outside the track. Getting back in. Oh no, there was someone recycling.
Yep, and I believe that, was there an out of play called there? Oh, what a hit.
Yes. And they are reforming.
And that's Denmark, have now got themselves out.
Yeah. And it's the first time Denmark is scoring points since Jam 7. And 7 points.
What are the chances they're at? Lucky sevens.
It's their biggest jam.
Brilliant. So, as we wait for the next jam to start, we have on the line Reggae, and I believe that is 303 for Jewish Roller Derby.
Doctor of Destruction.
Doctor of Destruction.
That's a whole program. Yeah.
Doctor of Destruction.
Yeah.
Feel the power.
Yeah. See, they are not forming a tripod, which can be interesting, but blocking as a line is surely harder. Yet we have a lead for Denmark.
The pace is going, a tactical call off. Any point, we'll take it. That's what they're saying, because that's what it's about. If that's how they've got to do the game to crawl back, I mean, it's only 9 minutes left and there's still a second period. As long as they're stopping Jewish Roller Derby from getting control of the jams with the lead jammer status, they can slowly crawl back into this game and dictate that pace, which is what, obviously what you said earlier, Jewish Roller Derby did.
We have Nicholas Rage aligned against number 42, Mother Mary.
Mother Mary showing some tender contact skills. Really
blocking herself.
Some great waterfalling there from Denmark Roller Derby. Again, we're on that danger zone.
Yeah, and they are forming the back.
Sadly, illegal contact there as the blocker at the front, 1-1-3, is out of play. Unfortunately, getting the penalty. Sadly, I think they were trusting on their teammate who'd gone to ground. Sadly, because they lost their balance. That's what happens when you're caught up in that one-on-one situation, especially with a jammer that's extremely nippy.
Yeah, but the pack was at the back, so they couldn't do much more than trying to get the jammer out.
Good hold-up play. What we like to see. Some orders being barked there from Jewish Roller Derby, cover that middle. No inches spared on that there WFTDI jam line.
It's a real blockers marmalade here.
Ooh, blockers marmalade, that's a new one.
Yeah, we can't see who's blocking who. I feel like even teammates are blocking their own jammer.
Both teams obviously applying a clog technique. There's nothing wrong with it as long as no jammer's got lead.
Yeah.
It's a patient game.
Yet Marmalade brings two people in the Sisu crowd penalty box. We have 3 blockers, which is a lot.
What's the breakdown of those 3 blockers?
How many? I'm not sure we can get this info.
So we've got 2 blockers of Denmark Roller Derby that have just stood, and Jewish Roller Derby have got 1 blocker in the box that's just stood. But we have a power jam to Jewish Roller Derby.
With Bully having done a back block. It will be it's a great thing for Zooey Trop.
Oh, what a hit. Great offense from the outside to the inside, creating the gap. But the rest of the blockers are able to cover those and capture the jammer, who honestly I thought was going to nip through there.
I feel like Denmark is really used to block only by 2 person, being side by side, more than in a tripod.
I'll see if I'll pay attention to that one a bit more. Be interested to see. It's quite unusual to have blockers more comfortable in the 2 rule than a tripod. Having that brace is reassuring, but it's also really important that you don't rely too much on that brace and bog them down, because it does limit other people's ability to move laterally across the track.
But this time they're really side by side, no brace.
Great balance, great confidence to pull off a move like that. And speaking of great balance and confidence, some great 4D going on at the moment at the front with Denmark Roller Derby, holding their own, especially as there's only 1 blocker from Jewish Roller Derby in the box. So
I feel like there's 1 missing.
It does feel like. There you go. There's the pivot. Pivot was stuck in the fray in the melee. Good catch there by Denmark Roller Derby.
Making sure they keep the jammer in there.
And we've got a star pass to the Denmark Roller Derby pivot, Reggae. I think we saw Reggae jam, didn't we, earlier?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's the tactical jam pass, helmet cover switch. Some teams do it, some teams don't, but why not?
It might be a strategy also, since when they don't get the lead that often, they get their cover to the other one who's a jammer, the people who's a jammer.
Because it's absolutely essential to get that pressure to force the pull off. So we have a timeout. I'm not sure if that's, we have an official timeout at the moment.
Yes.
Which gives us a good chance just to thank all the contributors that have made and sponsors that have made this event possible. So with Triple Eight, for example, they're elevating roller derby safety standards with cutting edge technology. That's Triple Eight for you. Got a nice little chant going on in the corner over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure I got who they were singing for. Which team is it?
That's one of the unfortunate issues we have wearing the helmet earphones that we have. Let's see if I can hear them one sec.
Yeah, but they look really to enjoy the game.
Got signs. Make sure you're bringing your signs to the World Cup. It's always great to see people expressing their support for people. We've got flags hanging over the edges of the barriers. We've got obviously sponsors.
Yes.
Signs. JRD.
All jammers are down, and we see big recycling techniques.
Great awareness there from Jewish roller derby's days to exploit the gaps from that attempt at eating the space. They ate the space, but unfortunately they ate it as individuals, not as a team.
Yeah.
That allowed Days just to wiggle through, zigzag through, exploit lanes 2 and 3 in a forward direction.
Yeah, really destroying the tripod, and the size difference. Oh, that was a big back block.
That's the break Denmark roller derby would need. I think that will make it a 2-minute jam.
Yeah, but they are owning the pack. The pack is back.
Yep.
Which helped. There is jammer.
Excellent work there by Cold Crush. Not to over rely on going too close to the edges. Just keep zigzagging. Keep the blocker off balance. Oh, what a catch at the end there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because the teammates were doing a great job as distracting the Jewish roller derby tripod. There was only one person on the track.
Yeah, they did a great job with the goat tactic at the start of the straight pecs there.
Yep.
They're watching too much, Mr. Testosterone. He does a straight pecs jump.
Oh, yesterday I learned that the Greek team was saying when calling a good tactic.
Oh, right.
They were yelling.
Interesting, they didn't tell me that. I had the pleasure of spending some time with them on the train down to Austria.
And we have a new jammer in the penalty box.
Unfortunately, it is the Denmark roller derby jammer, Cold Crush, in the Saisu Mouthguard penalty box.
And it will be a power start for Jewish roller derby.
It'll be a strong power start for Jewish roller derby. We've got 2 blockers in the box and we've got a jammer in the box, all for Denmark roller derby.
Yeah.
Only saving grace is there is one blocker from Jewish roller derby in the penalty box at the moment, but that will make it particularly challenging to try and lock down that jammer.
Think it's the second time they get a power start.
I think we can see that they're going for a sweep on the outside. I don't think they're trying to hide it that much. And as expected, a very difficult situation to be in as a blocker.
Even though 1-1-1 was only having a few seconds left, it was not enough.
Jewish roller derby just need to do a little bit more to regroup, utilise the straight of the track a bit more to try and limit the amount of options to get round. Ooh, is a penalty to 1-1-1?
Yes.
Yep.
A cut.
So currently, a Doctor of Destruction is showing no mercy.
Yeah.
Keeping those blockers working hard. That seem to have finally settled in.
And Cold Crush is coming for the first points.
Almost there now, almost out.
Yeah. Especially since there is only 2 blockers for Jewish roller derby. 2 on the track, 2 in the penalty box.
Speaking of which, the Denmark roller derby now have their pivot in the penalty box. It's just a little bit of a penalty spiral going on at the moment.
A lot of work for the referee in the box.
That being said, that was a confident drive down on the inside lane there from Denmark roller derby's jammer. So we start with both teams with 3 blockers apiece on the track. The crucial difference is there's still a pivot in the box for Denmark roller derby.
It was the biggest jam for Denmark.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
18 to 8.
Nice one. An interesting technique, strategy for Jewish roller derby who had the lead and didn't call.
Yeah, that's true. Normally they've been quite quick to be on that. Maybe that's a sign of confidence that, we can start taking a few more risks, try and get more of those leads. Those points definitely mean a lot.
Yeah.
Might apply to rankings if it's a tiebreaker for where they end in the world rankings at the end of this tournament. And that's what, just because some teams have lost their first round, it doesn't mean that everything's meaningless.
No.
They're now playing for position to say where we land. This is what our effort, our training has paid off. This is what we're capable of as a metric of success and measure for the teams of the world and the cultures of the world.
Obviously. Oh, there is an official review by Jewish Roller Derby.
Which gives us an excellent opportunity to thank Roller Derby House. They've been supporting Roller Derby from the track to your screen. Thank you to Roller Derby House. Visit them at rollerderbyhouse.com for your next gear upgrade.
I didn't know this one. Roller Derby House. I will check them.
And that, everyone at home, it's important why to do sponsorship.
Yeah. You explore new horizon with new gear updates.
Yeah, and exposure to, like we said, the biggest roller derby World Cup we've had since it started.
Yeah, 48 countries.
So get in there. And also you help support the tournament with your sponsorship, which allows us to continue to grow, improve, and bring you the best roller derby in the world.
Definitely. So the referee are discussing.
We don't have an announcer. Do we have an announcer in the middle over there at all? Trying to get the...
Still waiting.
Oh yeah, we do. We've got Maeve over there. Waiting for the juicy gossip.
Yes.
Find out who's been naughty.
Or not. Yeah?
So while we're waiting for that, I do want to take the opportunity to thank Innsbruck once again. I mean, it's an amazing place. Incredible mountains. I've never seen such tall geographic hill marks, but that's brought to us by Innsbruck Tourism that wishes you an unforgettable stay during the Roller Derby World Cup 2025. Visit innsbruck.info to explore what this urban alpine region has to offer, from world-class sports to sightseeing and rich history. Innsbruck has everything your heart desires. Speaking of which, we've got a great hotel down the road there at the moment. Breakfast is incredible. I'm really enjoying the style of scrambled eggs they're doing. There's something different they do to them than what I do at home in England. So it adds this nice little sweetness. Could be sugar, who knows, but it's slightly moist as well. I love a good scrambled egg in the morning. But I also love the start of a jam, especially as we get this close to the end of period one. We have lined up Nicholas Rage versus Reggae.
And I just learned what was the official review about. So Jewish Roller Derby called a low block on 757 and it was rescinded.
So they didn't win it, which is also, was that the jammer that did the low block?
757, which is, it's a blocker. But at the time of the game, getting an OR, you are not losing it in a way, because there are only a few seconds left.
It looks like the officials called that one particularly, looking at the scoreboard. But Denmark are now missing their official review, which resets. So why not get a nice free time out? So that is the end of the first period of this game between Jewish Roller Derby and Denmark Roller Derby. So far we've seen a bit of a very strong start from Jewish Roller Derby, straight out the gates, full of confidence, full of beans. They've probably had coffee this morning. Well done to that.
I heard that their coffee is pretty good. I don't drink coffee, I don't like it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Fair. I like my coffee black, like my metal. So we're going to go take a break now. Thank you for this period one, and we'll see you in about 12 minutes' time.
Yes, see you later.
Hey, I'm Lauren Much, and I wear the S1 Lifer helmet with medium rad liners. I've always felt supported by S1. I always appreciate how they've adapted along as the sport has evolved. I trust the gear and I love wearing S1 gear.
First rule of Sisu is, wearing a mouth guard is cool. Say the word. Sisu! Second rule of Sisu is, use a thin mouth guard, not a big old gummy one. Say the word. Sisu! Third rule, pick your Sisu style. Fourth rule, talk, breathe, drink, easily. Sisu, Sisu, Sisu! The final rule of Sisu is, unlike others, you've got up to 20 times to remove it. Who's got Sisu? Sisu!
They call it a sport, but we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, every body. We've got you covered.
When it comes to roller derby gear that is trusted worldwide, Spankally has been in the game since day one, and we're still leading the pack. Our armbands are the strongest, most trusted on the market, with 3 styles that stay put through every jam, hit and hustle. And guess what? Spankally jerseys are here. Ref, Pride and Team styles. Velcro friendly, high quality and custom made for everybody. Ready to level up? Hit us up on socials or head to spankally.com to place your order. Because in roller derby, if you want to be the best, you better wear the best.
The S1 Lifer helmet is one size fits all for head sizes 20.5 to 23.5 inches. With our color-coded sizing liner system, you can be confident that you'll be able to create a perfect fit with the S1 Lifer helmet. Not all head sizes are the same, so size flexibility is crucial when you're looking to buy a helmet. Standard sizing liners do not affect how the helmet disperses impact energy. So no matter what size you are, whether you're an extra small or a 3XL, you can be confident that the S1 Lifer helmet will meet and or exceed current helmet safety standards. If you have a small head or you have a really big head, don't worry, we have a helmet that will fit you too. Check out our Mini Lifer or our Mega Lifer helmet, which are our smaller and bigger helmet shell options. Remember, a great fit is crucial for safety. The S1 Lifer helmet, a better fitting, safer helmet.
And welcome back to the second period of Jewish Roller Derby versus Denmark Roller Derby at the Roller Derby World Cup 2025, hosted here in Innsbruck, Austria. Thank you to the Fearless Bruisers. This is the home of the Fearless Bruisers, Austria's resident, Innsbruck's resident roller derby team. Tale of the sorry, go on.
Sorry. So we have Jewish Roller Derby against Team Denmark with 145 points for Jewish Roller Derby and 40 points for Team Denmark.
This is the second round, so to get here, both teams have obviously had to play a game beforehand. Jewish Roller Derby played Belgium Roller Derby, with Belgium Roller Derby winning 257 to 110. And then Denmark Roller Derby played Black Diaspora, Black Diaspora won 246 to 112. And we're about to start our next jam, and the jam is on.
Yes, with number 86, Zoe Trope, who had on the first half of the game 75% lead, and this time she didn't get one. We have Reggae from Denmark, who got the first lead of this second half.
And this is an interesting parallel we've got going on at the moment, because that's Denmark that have gone into period 2 with the lead jammer status, which is completely different to how period 1 started, where Jewish Roller Derby was dictating the first initial jams. There's better discipline. We haven't got a Danish jammer in the box, so maybe it's time to see a different side of Denmark Roller Derby.
Maybe they use this time to really regroup and make sure they work together.
Excellent catch there from White 111.
Which lead to a lead
Isn't
for
that one of
their
those,
jammer.
That's one of those superhero moments you keep mentioning, isn't it? Absolutely spot on. But we have got some jammer on jammer action at the moment.
And everyone is rolling, saving their points.
This is a great position for Denmark Roller Derby's jammer.
Yeah.
Might steal a point.
But Jewish Roller Derby, I don't understand their strategy to stay back and giving their points in a way.
I mean, positionally speaking, if I was to go to my Stoke City Rollers and say, no, this is what we want to do. If you're gonna do something, do it together. I'd be more proud of you to do it as a team and fail than do it as a team of individuals.
Yes.
And fail. So they've obviously made the tactical choice. We're going to hold our ground. It's the start of the straight. It's a really good place to start blocking, because then you can minimise the amount of avenues that the jammer can utilise.
Yes. Oh, and this is the first lead of this half for number 5555. A lot of 5, which is days.
I don't think the refs would like that number, would they? Now?
Yeah.
So currently, Jewish Roller Derby are on the biggest scoreless streak at this time.
Yes.
As we said earlier, they dictated most of period 1.
But they still got 4 points for this third jam.
So far, we've got some standout jammers on the side on Jewish Roller Derby. We've got Yellow 9 and Yellow 86. I think that's Nicholas Rage and Zoe Trope. At that time, just before the period, they were joint for scoring jammer status and points. 40 points apiece. Obviously change, now we're 4 jams in.
Oh, amazing recycling. Oh no, Denmark jammer is going to the penalty box.
Gonna have a short rest.
Yeah, she doesn't look happy about it. And we have again a superhero moment, but kind of helpful.
So currently, Power Jam goes to Jewish Roller Derby's Doctor of Destruction. And this is where Jewish Roller Derby need to be careful, keeping an eye out for the jammer standing, listening to the bench coach. Hopefully the bench coach is aware and communicating that to the team. Hopefully your line lead is also communicating it to the team. Let's see if they respond and catch the Denmark Roller Derby jammer, which they do, but just as the whistle calls, so obviously had to, no, I think we're her in a different track.
We have a direction. Yeah, 2 blocker for Jewish Roller Derby going to the Sisu Madgout penalty box, which is a lot. And a good news somehow for Reggae, because you get, for 1 point you get the 2 other that are in the penalty box.
Definitely more disciplined as we are in Jam 4 from Denmark Roller Derby.
And I feel like number 303 is quicker on her skates than the Denmark blocker.
Denmark doing a great job to stop the flow of the. That was a hit and a half there.
8 points for Denmark. Great job for both jammer. 15-8.
Now, obviously, we've got some of the best refs in the world, but obviously they can't have eyes everywhere, especially with how fast-paced this game is. So obviously, people at home will be seeing, how come a back block hasn't been called there? It would have been if the refs were able to see that at that moment, but I don't think looking at the screen does it justice, just how energetic the skaters are on track and how quickly the situation is changing in every single moment.
And the technique is really, really important. And when you don't see the line as they do, you're never sure there was anything.
Speaking of technique, there was some fantastic team offense there, just as they were entering the apex, which allowed Denmark to get their jammer out.
Yes. And number Nicholas Rage, number 76, I think, got a lead again, number 9, sorry. And it makes the 100% lead for this whole game.
So as we, for those that have just joined the stream as well, we're currently in the TIWAG Arena, TIWAG Arena at the Innsbruck Olympia World. We've got 5 incredible tracks set up, and particularly unique is we've got 2 tracks in the same hall, 2 tracks in another hall together, and then 1 track on its own. So sometimes you'll hear some overspill from the refs' whistles, which can sometimes catch us off guard, as it did caught me off guard a little bit earlier.
But what is interesting, and I never saw that, it's that there are 2.
We have a
2 different kind of whistle. Sorry.
Yeah, they're using different frequencies to help us kind of differentiate a little bit. Obviously, it's a bit challenging when you've got some headphones on, so we can hear each other a little bit clearer. But as we've pointed out, we are now on a 2-minute jam, so obviously someone's taken their helmet cover off, not been eligible for lead. Perhaps that's happened with the other jammer, but it is what it is, and that's also an apex jump.
Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work this time. And Jewish Roller Derby didn't get the lead because it was a no pass, no penalty.
There we go. But seeing an apex jump, that came from Denmark Roller Derby's jammer, Nova. That's just a sign of confidence that they're more settled in this game, which is what they need to be. But again, they just need to tighten up a little bit of technique because they have got one of their blockers in the box. So one of Denmark Roller Derby's blockers are in the box.
Zooey Troop already done 3 scoring pass and going for the 4th. A lot of agility going line to line.
So I bumped into Zoe Frope's coach, having a chat with them behind the scenes here during the intermission, and you're killing it is all I'm hearing. It's like, you can see it reflected in the scores at the moment, and you can see it on the screen right now as Zoethrope is not really holding back, moving with pace and intent. But Denmark Roller Derby have risen to that and just created an incredible clog.
Yeah.
22 points there to Jewish Roller Derby and 3 to Denmark Roller Derby. Again, I think that's a sign of how Jewish Roller Derby want to go into this period. They're happy to let the jam run a little bit more.
They are fierce, really getting all those points, not restraining.
No, we've seen some good hits so far. So on the WFTDI jam line, we've got Bloody for Denmark Roller Derby versus
Sonnet.
Thank you very much for Jewish Roller Derby.
And Sonnet got the lead really quickly. And now using a technique that we mostly saw from Denmark during this game, meaning they brought the other jammer into the tripod.
They guided. So there's a bit of a defensive start.
Yes.
Especially if you're up against a nippy jammer. Really useful tactic. Feed him into your wall, help him lock it down. Makes life a lot easier. And also it can kind of throw the opposition wall off a little bit as they're expecting a jammer from the go. It allows your offense to get into position to create the gaps. It's my preferred style of jamming when I jam.
Really nice tactic from the Jewish Roller Derby, going around the last 2 Denmark blockers, since we have already 2 in the 3 actually. 3 blockers in the penalty box. It will be very out for the pivot.
Yeah, that's the saving grace at the moment, is the pivot is available. So we will be looking for a star pass at this point. So the options are there for Denmark. The defense won't be, but at least they can go full offense whilst they wait for their team to come back, their blockers to come back and support them. Because right now their priority is get your jammer out.
Yes. Trying to catch Sonnet. No, it's not Sonnet. It's Days.
And Days calls off the jam. 5-5, 5-5.
Yeah.
Got really pronunciate
that.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
So here we go up onto the
What is amazing about Days, it's that her very first derby game was on April 2023.
Not long then.
Not long, and already playing the World Cup.
Sadly, what we don't have is we have the information of what teams the people of the skaters are from that make up Jewish Roller Derby, but we also, speaking of Jewish Roller Derby, have their jammer in the box.
Yes, power jam for Denmark.
Dr. Destruction.
With 42, which one? Bunkers being the only jammer on the track.
Oh, sorry, correction, that's Mother Mary.
Getting some help, some assist. So we're going on a 2-minute jam since she removed her cover, unfortunately.
So Jewish Roller Derby's jammer is currently standing and is now re-entering track. It looks like Denmark are ready. Good take, good control. They've just got to slow the pace here a bit now.
Yes, nice blocking from Denmark. Unfortunately,
getting some multiplayer penalties.
Oh, power jam for Jewish Roller Derby with number 42 having done a back block.
Unfortunate situation being not the only blocker on track now. Yeah, the jammer's in the box for Denmark.
The penalty box is crowded.
I think our team of NSOs, our diligent NSOs in the penalty box have just had a wake-up call. As you can see on your screens at home, that is it's busy. It's not as bad as it could be.
5 people is quite bad.
You haven't played with the Crash Test Brummies and South Wales Cilliers. that gets hectic. Or Kent Roller Derby, for that matter. That's yeah, we create an interesting time for the NSOs. Speaking of which, we would like to take the opportunity to thank our NSOs and our skating refs.
Yes,
referees.
definitely the third team on the track. Without them, nothing happens.
And then the fourth team is our crew of volunteers that you can see in the kind of sea kind of blue shirts, sweeping up the track in the interval. They're the unseen crew behind the scenes that make sure our skaters on track are as safe as possible to ensure you're seeing the best quality roller derby in the world.
I think it was the first even score in the whole game. 8 against 8. No, we also had 0-0.
But 8-8 is far more exciting,
Yeah.
isn't it? Let's be honest. Again, I think that was a 2-minute jam, that one, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yes.
it was, yeah.
Team timeout for Denmark. Time to regroup.
Yep, it's a team timeout for Denmark, and this team timeout is sponsored by Crash Course. If you've forgotten from period 1, I am here to remind you that Crash Course helps busy roller derby athletes increase strength, endurance and agility, conquer self-doubt and create the habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. Want to make a 2-minute jam feel easy? Just like this. This is a result of that endurance training. Still got the energy to have a great time.
With a nice song, traditional song, I think.
And you can do this by visiting chrissycrash.com. That's Chrissy Crash with K's, not C's, to download the free Off Skates Roller Derby training series. Life is a contact sport.
Win.
Oh, I love it when that just rolls. Here we go for the lineup now. So
we have now Nicolas Rage against Reggae. A lot of R's.
interestingly, we've had a penalty issue during that timeout as well. Might have been a late call. It might have been a wrangle because the Denmark Roller Derby didn't have anyone standing at the time. So it's more than likely a wrangle.
And the first lead for Nicolas Rage, but really close behind we have Reggae.
Excellent tactical call off. That was
Yeah.
measured right down to the
But
wire.
we only got one blocker for Denmark on the track.
I think Denmark have fielded an entire team on track. They're in for a shock as they realise 2 of them are still in the box.
Yeah, and number
One's come
2
off
is in the line, in the queue.
and another one's come
That's
off.
why she's still on track.
It's a good awareness. I imagine the bench coach there was caught onto that and corrected it. Otherwise, the captain gets a penalty if they fielded too many people, too many skaters.
I feel their pain.
But not taking any of that rubbish is Bloody, who's hot on the heels of the lead jammer. That is...
Zoe Trop.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And unfortunately, with only one blocker from Denmark, also in the queue.
Yeah, we've got one standing and a pivot sat for Denmark Roller Derby. So gone into a bit of another penalty spiral again. Again, just need to tighten up maybe.
Yeah.
Now, they've just had a team timeout. Words were said. No, maybe they need to readdress that. They've still got a timeout and an official review with 15 minutes left.
Yes, because when people are in the penalty box, the other are more in chance of doing a penalty and getting in the box. So it's a spiral.
So yes, speaking of our penalty box, it's great seeing all the different colours of mouth guards that our skaters have, and typically associated with mouth guards is the Saisu mouth guard, which does sponsor our penalty box today.
What's your mouth guard color?
Ironically, it's black. It used to be yellow, but I left it in the sun for a bit too long and it went a bit pasty and it was a bit horrible looking. And I'm sure we don't look after our mouth guards all too well. It just goes straight back in my kit bag and then I put it back in, but Brummy smash. So, but yeah, black at the moment. I would like to get a yellow one again, so we can check out the vendors here.
Yeah, and I recommend the Sisu 3D. They're really great to if you are like me and you have trouble molding it. Is it molding?
They're relatively easy to mold, but what isn't easy at the moment is the blocking that Juris Roller Derby are sticking to. Oh, and currently I have a down skater, so we're just
Yes.
going to take that away and just take the opportunity just to talk a little bit about what is available here at the vendors.
A lot of great merch that
Oh.
will support the team.
So yeah, I bought some shirts. I don't know if some of my friends at home watching, but I got some Polish friends that are looking after my cats at home. Got some,
Me too. Someone is
yeah.
looking my dog, my little dog. I love her. So what about a new sponsor, Blood and Thunder? Blood and Thunder is a roller derby-inspired apparel brand since 2006. I don't know them. I'm really learning a lot today. Go to bloodandthundermag.com for all the good stuff.
And speaking of people that work behind the scenes at the moment, here's one of our crew here that is operating the camera. Give them a wave at home. These people are what are bringing you guys the stream at home, and we greatly appreciate the effort that you're putting in for us.
Yes, a lot of volunteers. I don't know how many. Oh, I heard
they multiply by osmosis.
Yeah. It was only one at first, and now they are everywhere. Okay, Cold Crush against the now well-known Days.
So I believe it was a locker that was downed. We don't have any information, but we obviously hope that they're okay and send them get well wishes.
Yes.
But in typical with roller derby rules, if that skater is able to return to track, they will have to sit off for the next 3 jams to ensure that they are healthy as possible. Especially with the new age, like with concussions, and making sure our heads are safe.
Yes. Something I noticed, and it's quite interesting, is the size difference between Denmark jammer and Jewish roller derby jammers. It's like we have very tall people for Denmark, and I'm not sure it's as it's an advantage when you have short people in front of you, because they are really, really low. As a tall person, sometimes it's really hard for me.
Well, that's what I love about the sport roller derby. It doesn't matter what your body type
Yes.
is. It's how you apply skills, and each has its own advantages. We've highlighted there, and we've just seen the helmet cover get dropped by the Jewish roller derby jammer. They have picked it back up though. But you know, you don't have to be necessarily big to be a great blocker, the agility, but you can also synchronize that.
Oh, we will have the two jammers in the penalty box. So a very quick jammer swap.
Yeah.
A back block for Denmark, and I didn't see what was the other penalty.
Came out of nowhere, but that's how it is. But to keep roller derby engaging for the uninitiated,
Yeah.
you know, we don't have 2 jammers sitting in the penalty box waiting out their 30-second penalty. When one jammer's in the box and the other jammer comes in, the other jammer's released, and the jammer that just enters the box has to serve the same amount of time that the initial jammer sat. That way you've always got some action on track.
Yeah, because without jammer, we don't really have game.
And that's what we're here for. We're here for the
Yes.
action. So, yellow 7-6, looks like that was caught the tail end of that. So Maggie has taken a trip, Maggot has taken a trip to the penalty box and has been joined by several other skaters, one from Denmark roller derby and another one from Jewish roller derby. So now Denmark have the numbers advantage.
Yes, so it's been 3 against 7, with 7 points for Denmark.
Right, so we've got Reggae on the line versus Doctor of Destruction on the WFTDI jam line. And we've also got a team timeout, which is sponsored by Crash Course. So if you haven't been there, visit chrissycrash.com. That's with K's, not C's, to get yourself in peak performance and peak condition, so you can bring that peak performance to the roller derby track.
Is it a team timeout?
It is indeed.
Okay.
So speaking of the WFTDI jam line, start off every jam knowing you're covered with WFTDI insurance. WFTDI, keeping you on track. You can visit them and get that said insurance with www.wftdi.com.
You can also follow them on Instagram if you want to learn more.
Believe it or not, I don't really use Instagram. I tend to be a bit more of a insular individual back at home. Too much going on.
But this way, all kind of people can go, either on the website, either on Instagram.
It's just a great connection tool and
Yeah.
networking. And, it can be a strength for some person. Some people they find another platform.
Yeah.
That's why it's important that you've still got your websites and you've still got your Instagram.
Looks like an official review. Requested by Jewish Roller Derby, I think.
Yes. Which is an excellent opportunity to remind us about WIFA skates, or WIFA skates. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to pronounce it. But WIFA is a historic European skate brand, crafting quality footwear since 1920 and producing roller skates since the 1950s. Proudly made in Europe, WIFA combines traditional precision that world-class competition demands. Skate fierce, skate ride out. Oh yes, ride out.
I was wondering which brand it was.
Yes, ride out. That was one of my first ever pair of skates. Ride owls. I bought them off my coach. I think some people at home remember the name Skelton. Skated for SDRD, Southern Discomfort, and Wiltshire Roller Derby. Coach Wiltshire Roller Derby. Bought them off him, and here I am now. I've got my own skates eventually. I've got myself some antics, but that started the way. Avenger 45 plate, nice and squirrely for a nice rookie.
Yeah. I have Solaris myself, and I love them. They are really, really soft on the feet.
What plate you got with them? What plate have you got in your Solaris?
Actually, I have no idea. I'm not good with names.
That's fair. So it looks like the officials have made a decision on that official review, and we're going to get the download.
Okay, so I learned more about the official review called by Jewish Roller Derby. They requested a multiplayer on the previous jammer, Reggae, grabbing the shirt of one of her teammates, but no call stand because no referee saw the action, unfortunately.
That's usually the best way to use your official reviews, is to try and eliminate a jammer from the jam, because then you get that nice power jam, which usually lasts 30 seconds, as long as your jammer on track remains disciplined. So always worth a go. So but speaking of jammer discipline, we've got 303 waiting patiently with a fantastic star pass, sneaky. Denmark Roller Derby's jammer completely unaware at the moment. Cut up on the inside.
We have a 2-minute jam. Unfortunately, I didn't saw why we have a 2-minute jam. With a star pass from Jewish Roller Derby.
Big thud there as Reggae
which
hits
makes
the floor.
Sure Mensch, the pivot, becoming jammer for the first time this game.
Yeah, and looking at the way they're skating, you'd think that they're quite confident at that there jamming, as you'd expect from a pivot. Some great footwork on the inside there from Sure. I can't pronounce that.
And we have a cut for Reggae.
Mensch. No, Sure Mensch. Yep, so another power jam to Jewish Roller Derby. And several of, they've got one additional Denmark Roller Derby blocker in the box. So there's even more pressure applied. Just a few hands to say, look, calm down, peeps. Let's get together. But mercifully, the jam has been called off. So they can now regroup and figure out how we're going to start this jam.
Okay, so we have only two times the jammer from Jewish Roller Derby went to the penalty box, while for Denmark, we are already on the 7th time. Yeah, that's a lot.
I'd be interested to see how Reggae's doing for their penalties, because
Yes, I was wondering the same.
Yeah.
And right before, it was the biggest jam for Denmark with 12 points. Too bad it ended up with a penalty. Lead jam for Mother Mary. And we have Nicolas Rage in the Sisu Mavgard penalty box because of a cut.
So advantage Team Denmark, who also have lead jam status. So keep that discipline. Don't rush it. Take your opportunities. Make sure it's clean.
And a nice defense.
Announcer's curse. Forearm penalty issued to Mother Mary. So we're going to get the old jammer switcheroo.
So it will be a 2-minute jam. Very, very hard for the blockers. It's a roller coaster of emotions.
And we have, unfortunately, a Danish blocker making a trip to the S1 mouthguard penalty box. Sorry, Sisu mouthguard's penalty box.
4 new points for Nicolas Rage.
30 seconds left of this jam. It's not a high-scoring jam, but I don't think Denmark are going to argue with that.
Oh, too bad for Denmark with the jammer going already Jewish roller derby and 88 points for Denmark.
Jewish roller derby have got currently one blocker in their box, and thanks to hands and fingers, I was able to determine they have 9 seconds left as they communicate it to the rest of the team.
Good eye.
That's exactly what I would do. So I'll be expecting that blocker to come in with offense at the end of that 9 seconds. So we go 185.
Lead for Bloody. And the crowd is cheering for them.
Appreciating Denmark getting a jam
Yeah.
and still fighting in this game, which has 4 minutes 50 remaining of the period.
Yes, and they're not calling, letting Doctor of Destruction also scoring points.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
but the blocker was out, so they can get on track immediately.
some fantastic footwork. Managed to stay in and get those 4 points. Denmark are just steamrolling around now.
They call it a sport,
I
but we know
feel like
better.
their
It's
bench
a symphony of dedication,
letting
grit,
them
and heart.
score
Tuned to one another
and not
in
calling.
a composition
Well,
of
every
chaos.
point helps with the statistics.
Yeah.
Stage, built for progress.
Unfortunately, it leads
Athlete-driven
to a back
innovation.
block.
From the
And
first whistle
Moody
to the
going
final
to
score.
the penalty
Every
box.
hit,
Having a short
every fall,
rest.
Yeah,
every win,
that's the
every
thing when you are
loss,
not calling,
every team,
you are
every season,
leading to a
every
two-minute jam
body.
sometimes.
we've got you covered.
Which of this particular jam we have 30 seconds left. And Jewish roller derby seem to have found themselves in a good momentum for getting around and scoring points. Doctor of Destruction taking the gaps, edge work, good
Very
awareness.
nice work on the lines.
Hey, I'm Jess Hart, and I wear the S1 Life Reviser helmet.
Here
with
come both
medium
jammers
red
now
light.
entering the pack.
S1 has
And
meant
both.
safety.
Oh, and there's that. What was that pirouette word you said again?
I hear that click.
That,
I know.
that was
I head
amazing, a
protected,
great action.
and I don't have to worry about anything
20 points
except
Jewish roller derby, 12
being
points
joyful,
Denmark in
having
that
fun
one
with my
particular
friends,
jam.
putting on a great
And the
show.
crowd are appreciating that. I
Yes.
hope you can hear it at home.
I think that side of the room is Denmark supporters. They look very, very happy.
Which is great. Everyone should be coming here and having a great
To
time.
me,
Maybe it's because they reached 100 points.
since I was a kid, I've been skating
It's
with
a
my father
great-
in skating rink.
I'd agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
So it's just in my DNA.
Great
Haven't
observation.
in my life I haven't been on skates.
Nicholas
Every time
Rage,
I strap my
raging,
skate,
racing,
snap my helmet, strap my hat.
With that controlled intensity.
doing her thing.
I'm just gonna have a safe space to create.
Good catch there by Denmark roller derby.
Yeah.
Baited with the inside of the track. Wasn't taken there by Nicholas Rage. Rage hit the seam and they held firm. And we got another penalty, I believe, issued
Yeah.
to Denmark roller derbies.
To reggae.
Yeah, it's got to be close now. High up
It's
there
a-
with penalties.
Forearm. 2-minute jam.
Which won't be the final jam of this game because we have enough time for an additional jam when this jam does indeed run out. I can't see the teams utilising the timeout trick. You know, at this point, you've got a competition, you've got other games coming up. You've got a clear differential in points. Why would you risk an extra jam?
Yesterday, I saw a lot of teams using it, specifically for this reason, because they could have more points. Difference. Sorry, I was losing my words. A bigger difference with the other team, and it will help them with the ranking.
Some spinning there from Reggae. Nice little footwork in the transitions. Using that skill set there to keep the blockers guessing, not risking directional. Blockers don't want to risk the back block during the transition. Getting down.
Going to the penalty box. So it's a forward jam for Denmark, and they will have a forward start. The first for them.
think that would be a great way to finish this game if that makes it a nice jam. You know, the crowd are going to be like, you know, advantage Denmark. I'm expecting to feel some real energy here. Oh, sounds like a timeout to
Jewish roller derby.
And of course, our timeouts are sponsored by Crash Course for this team timeout. So remember to visit ChrissyCrash.com. That's Chrissy Crash with K's, not C's.
The team are looking like they are good friends, kind of. At least in the penalty box, they are chatting, laughing, high-fiving. Nice to see.
Always good to have a laugh in the penalty box.
Yes.
Of course, with any World Cup stage, you've got teams that might actually share similar teams or the same team. So many skaters cross paths with others. But also you get the opportunity to meet other skaters you never met. I've met several of Team Iceland. I had a great time with a couple of Team Greece, travelling down together just by coincidence. Some great human beings that we're meeting at this tournament, and we're only halfway through. I mean, I've been here since Tuesday this week, so we've been going out and socialising. It's just unusual for me. I'm terrible at socialising. I'm so awkward.
I'm quite shy at first, and then when I'm at ease, I'm good.
Get me on track, though. I'm a bit of a character.
Oh.
Yes, I am, says our producer. Sometimes I get a little bit overstimulated and have too much fun.
Okay, so Denmark is struggling with Jewish roller derby defense and going to the penalty box with a forearm.
That is unfortunate.
It's like the fourth forearm in a row for the jammers.
It was, and that's an unfortunate use of the power jam there. Because now, is Leeds still open? Is the next big question. Yep, Leeds is still open. So, Jewish roller derby.
Nicholas
balls in your
Rich
court.
just got it. And for Denmark, it's the third forearm penalty in a row for the jammers. Not a good. I love that move. We call it patinette in French.
Oh.
It's like a scooter, but with your skates.
What was the name again?
Patinette.
Petinette.
Yeah.
Je suis petinette.
I'm not sure this is something anybody would say.
No, definitely not. Please don't lead by my example of butchering the French language. Instead, appreciate that we have come to the end of this game after both teams have put on a great performance.
Yes.
Jewish roller derby, discipline, control and points. Denmark's spirit for standing there and striving to pull themselves back into it. No shame should be felt by either. You have represented your culture and countries.
And everybody did their best game. It was amazing to see. And congrats. I love this game.
How long have you been skating for now?
Sorry?
How long have you been skating for now?
I started in 2021, so not that long, but still, I love it. I really deep dived, so I'm announcing, skating obviously, and also coaching and benching in my team. And sometimes I'm doing a little refereeing. Yeah.
The refereeing's fun.
Yeah.
Delivering justice on track. And making sure our skaters are safe.
But I really love strategies. So this is something I want to announce about and share with my teammates. I was really bad at skating at first. I think this is why I really focus on strategy. How about you? When did you start skating?
Well, I started in 2017, I did. I worked really hard for 3 months, passed my mins when mins was back when it was a thing. And worked with Wiltshire Roller Derby, transferred to Bristol was dual teaming it, and then eventually I ended up in the Crash Test Brummies as I moved up north in England, and been at Brummies now for a fair while now. And I was having I'll put a plug in there. I made Team England last year for Team England men's. Yeah, I made that, but sadly I broke my leg in January. I shattered it into a few pieces just from doing a warm-up exercise at Sod's Law. So I'm recovering from that at the moment. But, no, it's been good. Roller derby's helped redefine me and a new thing.
Me too.
And this World Cup has given us some more passion.
Yeah, and too bad we don't have a cameraman anymore, but the final score is official. 304 against 107 for Denmark, so Jewish roller derby won.
And if you